starters for the LCCC Golden Eagles as we welcome you back out to Storey Gymnasium. Caleb Burgraff here as the Golden Eagles looking to try and get 2 in a row in the win column. First one against Gillette, though, since the return of Gillette to the Region 9 ranks of athletics. Sean Neary's team out to a 15-3 start in his 12th season as the head coach of the Pronghorns. And he's got them wearing the black uniforms, working left to right on your video screens here at Storey Gym. Thanks again for joining us as Jordan Reed gets the ball and the Golden Eagles win the opening tip. E.J. Scroggins, Justin Daniels, Davion Butler, and Abdullah Muhammad rounding out the 5 on the court as a fadeaway banker is no good. Fuquay coming away with the rebound for the Pronghorns, and the Golden Eagles will have their first defensive look of the night. Neary with the ball up top, hands the ball off. It'll be taken by Ali Sacco. Gives it back off to Jefferson Neary. His shot inside, tipped up, or pass inside, tipped up. Nearly stolen away. Over to the outside. Another shot is missed by Hollenbeck, but Neary able to get there for the offensive rebound. Gillette College, nearly a minute into this one, looking for that first lead. Jefferson Neary, backdoor pocket pass goes underneath. A block by Davion Butler denies Sacco at the rim. Golden Eagles get out on the run as Butler pulls down the rebound too. Misses the first shot, gets it underneath to Muhammad. First up, no good, and Abdullah has to back the ball away to E.J. Scroggins. E.J. into the lane is going to see that one out of bounds. The officials say last off of E.J., and the Golden Eagles will head back onto the defensive side. Very defensive struggle right now between these two sides. Two coaches that know each other well. Coach Salisbury, either as an assistant or as a head coach, has been around Coach Sean Neary for his entire time coaching in Region 9. Sean Neary, of course, outside of the break when that shot up and no good, rebounded by Muhammad. Outside of his break where Gillette College cut athletics outside of rodeo, he's also been with Gillette most of his career. Has 286 wins with the Gillette Pronghorns. Inside, E.J. Scroggins fights one up off the front of the rim. That's no good. Second chance also no good. Golden Eagles getting a lot of rebounds inside, but they haven't been able to turn them into points yet. But neither have the Pronghorns as they get 2 looks from both Keeby and Fuquay. Keeby got an offensive board. Fuquay got out onto the run. Neither one of them able to crack it. We are under 18 to play. Davion Butler trying to get that first point onto the board after a 5-point, 3-point showing in the game against Air Force Prep comes up short as Fuquay comes away with another rebound. Wrap around, Darrell Thomas, Arizona native, loses the ball. It goes out of bounds back to Laramie County Community College. Nearly 2.5 minutes of scoreless ball, all defense between the two sides here at Storey Gym. Butler will take the inbounds play. Gets it across the timeline to Justin Daniels. Muhammad sets the screen for him up top. Goes back to Davion. Abdullah settles in as the pivot point at the top of the key. He'll continue moving the ball between Abdullah and Jordan Reed. Reed cuts in. He'll go up. That's a foul call, and unable to believe it is Darrell Thomas, but he got caught with his hand in the cookie jar there. A lot of contact on the wrist as Jordan Reed's going to step to the free throw line. All rebounds and blocks in the stat categories right now for both teams. Golden Eagles have a chance to change all of that as Reed gets to the line first. 7 minutes and 19 seconds to go. And the free throw is no good. Reed 82.9% from the line on the season. Gets there quite a bit too. Loves to attack the rim. Makes the second. The Golden Eagles break the drought as the Golden Eagles get a 1-0 lead. Good start. Ball brought forward by Caleb Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck trying to get around his number namesake. Both number 10s face to face as Hollenbeck ends up dribbling past Abdullah Muhammad. Abdullah is going to tip the ball away from as he dribbled past, and it stays Gillette Pronghorn basketball. Back again to Hollenbeck. He'll get switched off onto with Jordan Reed taking the defensive duties. Golden Eagles do switch a lot. Everybody has to defend every position. That's from the 6'10" Abdullah Muhammad guarding guards to the 5'10" Davion Butler guarding posts. That's a 3-point shot by Caleb Hollenbeck. as he's able to drop down his first basket of the game. Kibi coming away with the assist, and the Pronghorns lead by 2. Up top, Abdullah Muhammad, a 2 with his foot on the line, leaves that one off the heel of the rim, and the rebound bounces out to Jefferson Neary for the board. Near side. Give it back to Hollenbeck. Fuquay fades away, and that one's good. Hollenbeck able to knock that one through. Just a 2-pointer for Fuquay. Neary. That was Hollenbeck. Gets his first assist of the game. Golden Eagles will sail a ball through everybody on the end line and back over to the Pronghorns it goes. As Pedro Ellery returns to the court, he's coming off of a few games of suspension. 5-1 they trail as the three-point shooter from Nottingham, England gets back onto the court. He was our final player of the game, or athlete of the week, I should say, for December. So he had a fantastic set of games. Scroggins here gets the steal for the Golden Eagles. Had a fantastic set of games. Came away with 7 3-pointers, I believe, during the week. Multiple rebounds, some good defense as well. Stolen away now back the other way as Davion Butler turns the ball over. Up ahead, the ball laid up and in by Jefferson Neary. And Fuquay's steal coming up with a benefit to the Gillette Pronghorns. Lead it now 7-1. Jordan Reed leans into the lane. He'll fade away again. That one off the front of the rim. No good. And right to Jefferson Neary for his 3rd rebound. 6 rebounds between 2 players for the Pronghorns. Fuquay's got 3. Neary's got 3. They've got 7 points. And they'll look for more with the deep 3 ball high off of the rim, bouncing out to E.J. Scroggins for his 2nd board. Golden Eagles also with 6 rebounds. It's fairly even other than the amount of shots that are falling. And right now, Pronghorns just getting a few more. Golden Eagles also getting a few more turnovers. Butler for 3 to try and answer the call. Cannot get the first field goal of the game, and Fuquay gets another rebound to still jog it up the left side. Another steal, though, is going to be picked up by E.J. Scroggins. Everybody for the Pronghorns wanted to carry. Instead, Scroggins is going to give it to Reed, who cuts through the lane and lays that one up and in. Jordan gets the Golden Eagles onto the board. 7-3, 10 points into this game. 14 minutes and 40 seconds to wind off of the clock. Pronghorns get it up top to Caleb Hollenbeck. Hollenbeck out of South Dakota, one of just a few non-internationals for this Gillette College team. On the other side, most of them are regional and national players for the Golden Eagles. Hollenbeck goes right, picked up by Ellery. Puts a pass inside, though, and Darrell Thomas able to get that one to go. As Hollenbeck gets another assist, timeout is going to be taken with 4 minutes and 12 to go. It's a 9-3 ball game. Back with more after this on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Golden Eagles looking for offense, kind of following the same script of the women's game right now, finding themselves down early after their offense just couldn't quite notch much down. And see if the men's team can drift out of this slump earlier. Golden Eagle women ended up going 7 of 34 from deep. Don't want to see LCCC's men's team, who also shoot a lot of threes, fall into that same trap. Butler with the ball, skips it to Jordan as they break full court pressure. Pedro Ellery fades away. That 3-ball good, though, as Ellery makes his first basket coming back onto the court. Abdullah Muhammad gets a nice little assist on a pass to the left side. And Davion Butler will pick up the defense as Sean Neary's Pronghorns will come forward. Jefferson Neary moves the ball off to Jakai Gupton. His shot no good. Rebound on the baseline is going to be turned back over to the Golden Eagles, is unable to secure the rebound underneath it. Ali Sacco. Phoenix Bullock returns to the court, gets onto the court for his first time. Out of the break, Golden Eagles with the basketball down by 3. Couple substitutions onto the court. One of those substitutions making an impact right away. Phoenix Bullock drives the lane. 9-8. The Golden Eagles are in the midst of a 5-0 run right now. Trimmed a deficit that was 7-1 down to just a 1-point game. Pronghorns looking to try and find that mojo on the offensive side. They hit a couple of big shots early. Haven't found any offensive success lately. And Butler pulls in the rebound on another missed shot inside. And the Golden Eagles a chance to take the lead as Butler hesitates, goes to the hoop, lays one up, and circuses one down. The Golden Eagles taking a trip to the circus for that one as Davion Butler gets another chance, outlets this one, dribbles the ball in front of himself, lays it up and in. Back-to-back baskets by Davion Butler. And the Golden Eagles lead this one by 3, 12-9 against the resurgent Pronghorns from Gillette. 3-ball from the top of the key to tie, no good, and rebounded by E.J. Scroggins. Scroggins will see the ball turned over on a pass inside to Jordan Reed. Ball goes far side. And attacking into the hoop and laying one up as he's able to slice through the entire defense, Eman Luwal. Luwal, 12.7 points a game. Third leading scorer on the Gillette Pronghorns. Actually, the second leading scorer on the Gillette Pronghorns. 0.2 ahead of his teammate, Ja'Kai Gupton. Bullock on the near side with the ball. He attacks into the lane. He gets blown up on his cut into the lane. No foul call, though, by the officials. Coach Salisbury absolutely livid on the sideline. 3-ball from the far side, no good. And now you see a foul called as E.J. Scroggins rises for the defensive rebound, ends up getting bowled over, and the foul goes on Ali Sacco. Second foul against the Pronghorns in the game. 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. It'll be Golden Eagle basketball after the Pronghorn infraction. Scroggins will sub off or stay on the court. Golden Eagles going more guard heavy with the lineup that they have out there. The only forward on the court would be Pedro Ellery. Justin Daniels is kind of a 2-3-4 mix as Ellery tries another one. Daniels feeding him this time. Justin Daniels gets Ellery onto the board for his 6th point, and the Golden Eagles lead it by 4, 15-11. Again, this was 7-1. It's been a 14-4 run since. Daniels nearly able to get the ball and wrestle it out of the hands of Caleb Hollenbeck. I'll get it to the Pronghorns on the far side. Golden Eagles defense starting to play with a little bit more confidence. Pronghorns starting to see this game set into a little bit of a challenge. Rebound saved by Phoenix Bullock off of the defense. Then E.J. Scroggins saves it from going out of bounds. Ellery finally secures the defensive board and gets it up ahead to Reed. Scoop shot, can't get the spin. That one spun so much that it actually almost had too much on it. Goes up ahead, and Luwal rises into the lane, and he's got his second straight basket for the Gillette Pronghorns, 15-13, midway through the first half of play as the clock runs to 10:20 to go. Ellery has it on the far side, gives it to Bullock. Phoenix finds Daniels, rises up, and that one too strong. Keeby comes away with a rebound for the Gillette Pronghorns, and both defenses have got to feel really good about the way they played in this game. Halfway through, and neither team having a lot of easy success. The ball goes out top. Fuqua trying to drive into the hoop, banks one up and in over the top of E.J. Scroggins. Fuqua 6'8" and used every inch of it in order to tie this game up at 15. Reed calls out the play and gives to Bullock. Phoenix doesn't waste much time, rises for a 3, bottoms it out, and Bullock gets Reed his first assist of the game. Bullock with 5 points. Golden Eagles have only seen 4 players score, but they've been able to spread it around to 18 points. 9:23 left to go and a 3-point lead for El Trip. Led this one by as many as 4. That was at 13-9. Fade away, that one high up off of the glass. Another rebound picked up by the Golden Eagles. This time Bullock pulls it down, gives it to Reed. He passes up on the 3. Ellery lines one up from 29. And a timeout taken as Reed feeds it to the Sheriff, who buries it. Pedro Ellery on a mission this evening for the Golden Eagles as they lead it 21-18. Should be 15, I believe. And we will be back after this on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Don't blame them. Welcome back out to LCCC's home Storey Gymnasium, where the Golden Eagles lead at 21-15. Men's action right now, looking to try and take down the Pronghorns as they will bring it forward. 8 minutes and 50 seconds and change left to go. It'll be Caleb Hollenbeck to take the point. Hands off to Jefferson Neary. He'll fake a pass left and ends up reversing it back to the near side. Wanting to back his way in, instead giving the ball up. An assist is going to be found by Luwal as he gets it to Keeby. Keeby makes it 21-17 inside of the lane. Daniels, step back. That three's good. And the Golden Eagles cannot miss right now. Justin Daniels, who has been really coming to life since he had to get into more playing time after Brandon Chua has been dealing with some off-court issues, has the Golden Eagles up 24-17. Daniels has put up a 17-point game in that time, a 20-point game in that time, a 14-point game in that time. You could say he's been taking advantage of the opportunities that have been given to him so far out there on the court, and excited to see what the young man out of California can do. Inbounds play, stolen away by Ellery. He gets into the right spot, gives off to Davion Butler, fakes a pass to the corner, and El Trip will pack the ball away to Ellery, fading for another three. That one went halfway through before the Pronghorns were able to tip it away from Ellery, who was charging the missed shot, and get it up to a cutting Thomas. Darrell Thomas fouled on his way into the lane for a shot, and he's going to step to the line for a pair of free throws as Phoenix Bullock picks up the second team foul by the Golden Eagles in the game. 7:59 left to go. 24-17, El Trip, after having a slower start to this one, where both teams around the 10-minute mark were right around 15 points. In fact, it was 15-13, has suddenly seen their offense catch fire. A lot of that attributed to Pedro Ellery, who's come onto the court and made 3 threes. First free throw is missed by Thomas. One more coming up for the freshman out of Arizona. 6'5" guard. What he's listed at. Looks like he stands a bit taller than 6'5". Either way, he misses the free throw, and Davion Butler gets there for the rebound. Not something Butler's known for, only 2 rebounds a game, but he's got 3 in this one. Also has a block in this game already. He's playing with a ton of confidence, too. Phoenix Bullock will rise for 3. That one takes a hard kick out of play, and the clock will stop with 7:41 to go. Gillette keeps the basketball as nobody touched it on its way out of bounds to the far side. Daniels will return. Pedro Ellery gets over to the bench and gets a breather. Good minutes out there on the court coming off of the bench for Ellery, though. Ball will be brought up by Caleb Hollenbeck. Daniels covers him. Hollenbeck looks into the paint, wants to float a pass underneath the Keeby. Can't get it there. Instead, he'll try and pass one up top where E.J. Scroggins gets tangled up with Darrell Thomas. Scroggins picks up his first foul, 3rd team foul against the Golden Eagles. 7:26 to go. Neither team in any type of foul trouble at all. The officials have really let the two sides kind of scrap it out there on the court. Drive right side. Thomas hands the ball off. Wrap around, stolen this time by E.J. Scroggins. Timed it well. He's going to load up and put on a show. Reversing it down, Scroggins' 3rd steal of the game has him onto the board. El Trip's lead up to 9, 26-17. Left side, it's Ja'Kai Gupton. He'll put up a 3. That's good. That answers and silences the crowds as he had EJ all over him on that far wing. Couldn't get it to work. Inside the other way, it's going to be Jordan Reed, who decided to go left instead of right and ran right into Gupton, who gets the block and the rebound inside of the lane. He loses the ball, though, and everyone goes tumbling all over, with possession staying with the Gillette Pronghorns as we hit the media timeout. Media timeout here. We'll take a break. Come back after this on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Golden Eagles break out of the media timeout. Daniels, Butler, Reed, Scoggins, and Bullock, the five, as they'll start on defense against the Gillette Pronghorns. They'll answer back with Gupton, Hollenbeck, or excuse me, actually that is Jefferson Neary, not Hollenbeck, out on the court. Lual, and a couple of changes as Keeby and Fuquay return to the court for the Pronghorns. Black uniforms for the Pronghorns on the inbounds plays. Jefferson Neary floats one way deep to get things going, and Keeby holds it up top. Hands off to Jefferson. Dribbles it to the right wing. Pump fake there. Can't get inside. Gupton steals his way towards the rim. He's going to get a foul call late, and E.J. Scroggins looked like he just picked up another one. That's his second. So two more free throws coming up. This time at the line is going to be Gupton, who has yet to take any free throws. He does have a made three, though, so you know he can shoot the ball. Gillette College, if there's one good thing about what they've done so far, they've spread the ball around. They've had 7 players score already, and Gupton cannot hit the free throw. Normally a 73.5% shooter. More coming up as Coach Sean Neary makes a quick change to where he has his team placed before the ball is sent to Gupton. And he makes the second free throw. 5-point game, 26-21. Tripp will bring this one forward after Gupton makes the first free throw of the game for the Pronghorns. Butler gets inside of the lane, and he comes up holding his knee. He jogged down into the hallway. Now he'll call out the play and comes back. Doesn't look like he's too concerned about whatever might have just taken place with his knee. Might have just knocked it with somebody else going through the lane. Pass inside is going to be denied, so they'll go back deep to Bullock. Phoenix with 9:18 to go in the first half. Attacks the left side to the hoop. Lays one too strong. Abdullah Muhammad gets an offensive rebound and is fouled on the way in as Iman Luwal picks up his first. And Muhammad's going to have 2 shots at the line, where he is a 54.8% free throw shooter, and he's been improving on that as the season's gone on. He's had a really good game shooting against U.S. Military Academy Prep School down in Colorado Springs the other day on Saturday. Golden Eagles got a win there by 19, 96-77 as the first free throw no good. Muhammad in that game, though, was quite dynamic. 3 of 4 from the line, 13 points in the game. As he's starting to grow into that role. Shot up and no good on the second one, though. And the rebound is going to be scooped up by Gupton. Hands off to Gupton again. Or excuse me, that was actually not Gupton. That was Keeby who got the rebound. Gupton puts up a shot. He'll follow it, gets his own rebound, and he's going to step on the line to turn it over on the end line. So I just got the rebounds off early on that one. Golden Eagles get the turnover, still up by 5, 26-21. Both defenses starting to settle back into a game that's been turning into a bit more of a game of attrition. Butler gives to Daniels. Wants to attack and instead gives it back to Butler again. Float pass down low. Finds Muhammad. Extended from the block. He'll spin into the lane. Uses the defense's weight against him. Gets underneath. First shot no good. And gets fouled hard on the second chance up as he gets another offensive rebound. How about this? 4 offensive rebounds already for Abdullah Muhammad. He's got 4 of the 5 offensive rebounds by the Golden Eagles. He's got 4 of the 7 offensive rebounds in the game. He's been putting in work inside for the Golden Eagles in his limited minutes. I keep telling him it's the new purple shoes that he got. Can't get the first free throw to go, though, and it stays a 26-21 game. 0 for 3 at the line for Muhammad. Couple of new shoes out there. The new bright yellows for Davion Butler. We're bringing home their Christmas riches, their holiday riches. Second free throw also no good. Rolls off the outside to Keeby. Bona with his 4th rebound has Gillette with a chance to cut it to a 1-possession game again. Butler, tight defense out top against Hollenbeck, looking for the 5-second call, never was able to get it as the ball goes up top to Keeby. Guarding by Muhammad, forces the pass away. Shot clock winds down, just 3 left on the shot clock as Keeby has to fire one up. No good, but Fuqua gets to the offensive board. He'll give it back outside to a 3-ball missed by Hollenbeck. The rebound picked up by Ellery, but stolen back away, and inside a scrum works for the ball as Jordan Reed comes away with the rebound. He'll go up the court himself, lays one off the underside of the rim, and Hollenbeck gets the rebound back the other way. Neither side giving up on these defenses, turning into a bit of a run and gun. Stealing back the other way, Jordan Reed picks up his first steal of the game, and he'll slow the pace down with 4:30 to go across the timeline as Davion Butler takes the point on the far side. He'll move some players around. And we got a whistle and a foul called off ball against the Pronghorns against Abdullah Muhammad. Looks like that was Bona Keeby who gets whistled for the foul. It's the 5th team foul against the Pronghorns with 4:21 to go. First half of play. And as we said before, anybody's game in this one. Reed gets the ball inbounded. Daniels takes it up top, right wing, 3-ball just off the right elbow. Took another big bounce off of the rim, and Keeby comes away with the board. Thought that one might end up settling through. Instead, the Pronghorns get it back, although Davion Butler says not for long. Steals it away on the run, underneath, lays one up, gets the contact in the foul. Count the bucket to make it 28-21, and Davion Butler sending a message on that drive to the paint. Foul goes against Darrell Thomas, fellow Arizona native from Skyline in Phoenix. I believe in Phoenix. Somewhere in Arizona. I know it's Skyline High School he went to. One of our volleyball players, actually, Anna Hobner, went to Skyline as well. I haven't had a chance to ask her if she actually knew him when they were down there. Butler does make the free throw. He knows that he's made a good impact on that shot. That's for one thing for sure. He's got 7 points in the game, second leading scorer behind Pedro Ellery, who's got 9. Far side, the ball handed off and rotated to the near side wing where Jefferson Neary is going to be tightly hounded by Daniels. Pass underneath, floated up, and it's floated in by Fuqua. Put up a move of his own. Fuqua makes it a 6-point game, 29-23. Golden Eagles, though, leading in this one. After they trailed by 6, they now lead by 6, but now throw the ball away as Neary was able to play tight defense on Jordan Reed and force the ball to the outside. 3:35 left to go on random horn sounds as Bullock will have to stay on the bench for a bit, and it'll be brought forward by Hollenbeck. Caleb gives to Neary, back to Hollenbeck, right corner, passes it up. Golden Eagles man-to-man defense, spending that all game long. They'll get inside to Fuqua, who again has the advantage, working against Davion Butler with the height advantage, and Fuqua has his 8th point of the game. 25-29. Trims it to a 4-point advantage for Gillette College. Right side, Jordan Reed, 3-ball, settles off the front of the rim, no good. Daniels, though, able to watch a couple of Gillette Pronghorns reach for the same ball that pops off both their hands, gets the ball back, and the Golden Eagles get an extra offensive possession. 2:50 to go. Daniels looks inside. Now Reed. Feeds Butler, 3-ball from the top of the key, nothing but net. Butler finds his 10th point of the game as that's 3 assists for Jordan Reed. Trying to attack, Hollenbeck backs the ball away. Picked up, though, by Abdullah Muhammad, and he's forced to retreat the ball to Fuqua. 3-ball near side, in and out, no good. Rebound bounces all the way out to Hollenbeck, though, for the offensive glass. They'll go inside to Fuqua again. Offensive foul called. Fuqua picks up his first foul. The Detroit, Michigan native will head over to the bench as he's going to take a breather. Emmanuel Lual will sub on for him, and Davion Butler able to set his feet outside of the restricted area and take the charge. And it gives it to Pedro Ellery to inbound. Butler brings it up the far sideline. Finds Daniels. Then he'll try to hand the ball off to Bullock, but it's stolen away instead. Gupton goes into the lane. He gets fouled. Curious to see if this is on Daniels from the backside or Bullock on the front side. And they end up picking up Justin Daniels with his first. Gupton gets his first steal. He's got another chance at the line where he's 1 of 2 so far. 4 total points in the game for Gupton. Gillette, again, they've seen Fuqua take the lead in the scoring with 8 points. But they've spread the ball around with 7 different players cracking the scoreboard for their 25 points. 4 points a player. Right about on that average as Gupton knocks home the first, makes it 26. 2:04 to go in the first half. Have a brief intermission and then gets you the second half action coming your way. Gupton's second is good. 27-32, Golden Eagles lead trimmed back down to 5, but they've been holding on to this lead since about 8:55 to go, or it's actually since about 13 minutes left in the game, first half. Bullock right side, goes into the lane, loses it off the back of the rim as he had a bit too much momentum on it. Rebound pulled down by Thomas, and he will slow things down as the Golden Eagles got back on defense in a hurry. Into the lane. They try to get the ball into attack with Keeby. Instead, it's going to be stolen away by Bullock, but they say a foul instead as he brought his arms down on top of the arms of Lual, and it's going to be a foul as Bullock gets his second. Only the 16th foul, though, for the Golden Eagles, so it's just an inbounds play for the Pronghorns with 1:32 to go. 33, excuse me. Aerial inbound. Gives it out, and Gupton, with nobody near him, has a wide open look for 3, but he has that one Kareem off of the rim. Second chance look inside for Lual is no good, and another rebound kicks out of play, but they say still with the Pronghorns. Dwayne Salisbury continuing to pace that sideline. 4th season as the head coach for the Golden Eagles. Looking for his first 20-win season as the head coach of the Golden Eagles. Picked up 17 the last 2 years. As they'll see a shot put up, Hollenbeck no good. Rebound bounced over towards Jordan Reed. He gets out onto the run, doesn't want to slow down. Hezzy's into the lane, has it blocked away though, and Gupton gets to the loose ball as it's tipped to the outside. Down to a minute to go. Gupton all the way down the court, blocked away by Reed. Rebound picked up on the run by Davion Butler. He wants to slow things down, though, with 53 seconds to go. Finds Phoenix. 2-point jumper inside of the line. Goes over the rim and is picked up by Keeby. Keeby 6 rebounds in this first half. This ball goes far side. They force a shot off the side of the rim. They're going to get Ellery, I believe, with the blocking foul underneath as Eman Lual took the ball inside, was trapped a bit behind the hoop, and ends up taking the contact. 32-27. With 41.3 seconds to go is Lual at the line. E-Man has 4 points, and again, that's well off of his average of 12.7. Of course, we are only just about at halftime, so easily could get there. In fact, none of the leading scorers is that free throw way off. Hard off the back iron. Outside of Ja'Kai Gupton, really nobody that's one of the leading scorers on this team has been performing up to their level. I guess Andrew Fuqua with 8 points out of his 10, but he's not what I would call the leading scorer. Ellery rises up for the rebound on a second missed free throw, and the ball goes up to Davion Butler. He'll attack at the right elbow. Goes back out to Pedro. Ellery hands off to Butler. Good two-man game going between the two of them with 12 seconds on the shot clock. About a 10-second difference between game and shot as Bullock gets inside. Ellery steps back, gets behind the three-point line, puts too much muscle into it, though, as Gupton gets to another rebound. He'll move it to the right wing, pass underneath the lane to Fuqua, gets him to his 10th point. It's a three-point game, 32-29. Butler up ahead to Justin Daniels. He'll pull up for three from the right wing, leaves it off the side of the rim, and that sets us to the halftime break. Golden Eagles trailing in this one, up in this one, 32-29, after the Gillette Pronghorns able to close that one out on a 6-0 run to trim the gap back down. We'll take a break, come back with the second half of action on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Start of the second half of action as we welcome you back out to Storey Gymnasium in Cheyenne, Wyoming, the oldest gymnasium in actually the state of Wyoming. Forget the city of Cheyenne, the state of Wyoming. As this one, seeing a lot of action, seeing some great action against the Golden Eagles and the Gillette Pronghorns right now as we start the second half of action and get things rolling with the Pronghorns opening up with possession. Working right to left, black and blue uniforms. Golden Eagles in the white and blues. Davion Butler guarding Jefferson Neary switches off onto Caleb Hollenbeck. Butler, multiple steals in that first half action. Dribbles the ball right side. Bounce pass goes underneath. Muhammad wants to force the defender up into an awkward shot and does. Can't save the rebound from going out of bounds, though, and it goes back over to the Pronghorns, or rather remains Pronghorn basketball. Good battle. Scrappy battle underneath as Abdullah Muhammad is going head-to-head with Ali Sacco. Sacco gives up about 3 inches on the 6'10" sophomore out of Massachusetts, and Abdullah used that to his advantage. I'll go again, same exact battle, one-on-one, but the ball tipped away, safe from going out of bounds by E.J. Scroggins, who completes the steal. How about that? E.J. gets his 4th steal unofficially of the game. Of course, official stats will come up later. He had 4 steals in the first half of that men's game. And looking for more. Keep telling him he's going to end up setting that steals record here at the school at some point in time if he continues the aggressive defense that he loves to play. Even asked me, I was like, so what's the steals record at? I said, well, it's a ways to go for you to get to. Let's just say that. 3 ball missed by Justin Daniels on the near side. But he's getting there. He continues to push the pace, and his ability to read the team that he's playing and what they might want to do and what their trends are, especially as the halves get longer and longer, is so impressive. Reed comes away with the rebound down underneath. 32-29. Butler gives the ball to Jordan Reed. Gets a little bit of space, but doesn't do anything with it. Wraparound attack, given back to Reed. Free throw line, passes out to Butler. Just underway, second half action. L-Trip, after trailing in this one early, 9-3, close things out in order to build the lead, and E.J. Scroggins helps them add a few more as Jordan Reed, who's the leading scorer on this team, cashes in a 3. He's got his 6th point of the game, averages 17.9 a game. Scroggins just picked up his 2nd assist. That's right on his average. Hollenbeck brings it top of the key as the Gillette Pronghorns look to answer back. Down by 6, 35-29. They'll see a spin into the lane by Jefferson. Beautiful pocket pass. You got to give credit where credit's due, as Jefferson Neary with his 2nd assist finds Darrell Thomas on the back side of the lane for an easy lay-in. And has Gillette back within 4, 35-31. Muhammad to Reed, quick fire 3. That one goes almost all the way down. A rebound poked away from Justin Daniels, stays L-Trip basketball. As Michael Amico, freshman out of London, England, will step onto the court. And it'll be Davion Butler to inbound the basketball. Goes to a quick and sneaky cut of E.J. Scroggins, and Butler gets his 1st assist of the game as the Golden Eagles reclaim that 6-point advantage. Fade away, air ball, and that one bounces on the end line to give it back over to L-Trip again. 17 minutes and 27 seconds to go as we work in the second half of action. 37-31. Davion Butler really taking his time walking this one across the timeline. 20 on the shot clock as he brings it top of the key. Looks to Scroggins. He'll jab step, fade away 3. That one no good, but Amico gets to the rebound, although he can't finish it off. I think he was trying to kind of stiff arm Fuqua at the same time, and Fuqua ended up being able to force him off of his position and get the ball back. Gives Gillette the chance to attack into the hoop, and they will with a direct drive to the lane by Luwal, who's got 6 points. Both teams being methodical about the way they attack, although this time Reed cuts it straight to the hoop. Foul called before he could get to the rim, and it goes against Luwal. It's his 2nd foul. Excuse me, they actually get Thomas with the foul. Third foul on Thomas. Luwall stays with just one. Misread what the official held up with his fingertips. Confusion is still reigning. Luwall thought he was coming off of the court. Instead, it's actually going to be Thomas who gets whistled for the foul. Inbounds play goes to Reed. Tipped away from him as he tries to split a triple team and stolen on the run by Hollenbeck. He goes all the way into the lane, underhands a pass that's going to result in a foul as getting tumbled down to the deck. Eman Luwall will earn a trip to the line. He's already been there, 0 of 2 at the line so far. The Pronghorns, who as a team shoot the ball at a 68% clip from the free throw line, they're just 3 of 8 at the line so far. Not been a very pleasant night for them. Justin Daniels, by the way, whistled for the foul. That's his third. Misread his number for the foul number. Free throw gets the roll, and Luwall gets his 7th point of the evening. Pedro Ellery will sub back on as Amico heads to the bench. 16 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Short period of time out there for Amico to try and do any work with. But every second that you get out there on the court, the second free throw falls through as well, makes it 35-37. But every second you get out there on the court, as you can ask some of the freshmen from last year for this L-Trip team, and even on the women's side, that helps pay dividends going into the next season. Reed blocked as he gets to the hoop, but he's going to get fouled, and he'll step to the line. Jordan at 6 points right now. Tends to step up when needed for this L-Trip basketball team. And when he's not necessarily needed, doesn't fade away, doesn't just disappear, but likes to try and get others involved. Really the absolute definition of a teammate that you want on your team. Especially one of those guards that can do a lot for you, as he will knock home the first free throw. And one of those things he does, he shoots the ball at an incredible clip. 82.3% on the season. He's now 2 of 3 from the line coming into this game. Scroggins, Bullock, Butler, Reed, and Ellery. The 5 on the court for the Golden Eagles as Reed makes both. Back up to a 4-point game. Reed with 8 points on the evening. And that goes with with 3 assists, a steal, and a block. And some rebounds, too, as this ball nearly stolen by Ellery. Gupton tries to wrap a pass around inside, gets tipped back to him, and he eventually is able to stay with it to give Fuqua the chance to dunk that one through. Gupton gets the assist on kind of the wild series of events. Bullock gets some space. He rattles one off the rim 3 times before it ends up rolling out. Picked up by Fuqua. Back the other way. The dunk ends up being missed on the run by that was Gupton. And back inside is blocked out of bounds, going back to the Golden Eagles as E.J. Scroggins gets denied his attack into the hoop. That was a weird set of events, as it looked like Gupton just left his feet too early on the dunk attempt and ended up running short of the rim. Couldn't quite get it through, rattled out. And the Golden Eagles say thank you very much. We'll take the opportunity to build on what's a 2-point lead. 39-37, make it 41-37 as Jordan Reed on a beautiful feed from Butler lays that one up and in. Goes reverse, and now Butler fronting the post nearly steals it. Right side 3, no good. Keeby can't get that one. Tipped over to the Golden Eagles with 5:19 to play. 15 minutes and 19 to play, rather. This pace of this second half definitely much slower than the pace of the first half. The Golden Eagles haven't batted an eyelash to it. 41-37. They still hold on to the advantage. Just being methodical in their own way with it as Davion Butler brings it forward. If anything, less threes coming from Laramie County in this game. Butler pulls up as I say that, puts up a 3, blocked up into the air by Keeby. And Keeby will retreat back to get their loose ball as well. Moves it to Hollenbeck. And that's Jefferson Neary, who doesn't stop as he's glides to the hoop and lays that one in, 41-39. Bullock on the right side gives it up to Butler. He'll feed one backside. E.J. Scroggins gives his former teammate from AZ Compass another assist, and Scroggins up to 6 points, 43-39, answer for answer, both sides trading blows. Hollenbeck gets it right side. He'll try to feed back, and he does. Jefferson Neary adds the assist to his tally, his third. Hollenbeck's got 5. L Trips lead back to a 2-point advantage, 43-41. Bullock on the right side, glides into a 3. Nobody stepped in front of him, and he says, okay. That's going to be his third 3. Timeout taken. Golden Eagles will call this one to talk things over. Second triple of the game for Phoenix Bullock. L Trips first of the second half. And in the game so far, the Golden Eagles have packed away 7 of them. We'll be back with more here on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Four minutes or 14 minutes and 13 seconds to go. Golden Eagles head back out onto the court. Pedro Ellery, Davion Butler, E.J. Scroggins, Jordan Reed, and Phoenix Bullock. The representatives for Laramie County Community College on the court. With Gillette Pronghorn basketball to come out of the timeout. We'll see the ball taken by Jefferson Neary to break the press. L Tripp staying that man-to-man, really don't do much of anything. In fact, I was joking as a foul called inside against the Golden Eagles. I think Ellery might have gotten a bit too extended. No, Phoenix Bullock ends up picking up his third foul, second team foul. We hit the media timeout, and we'll talk about what I was talking about with head coach Dwayne Salisbury on the other side of this break and some of his thoughts on the defense that they've been trying to put together this year when we return on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Second half action rolls along with free throws at the line after a foul was whistled on Phoenix Bullock against the Golden Eagles. And at the line is going to be Buna Kibi. And he will notch home the first. I was talking going into the break about a conversation I was having with Coach Salisbury relating to the defense that he and his Golden Eagles like to play. Both free throws make their way through. Gillette cuts it to a 3-point game, 46-43. L Tripp on top still by a full possession. He said, actually, this year, a shocker of all shockers, he's starting to try and play a little bit of zone defense every once in a while. He's starting to throw that into practices. And he said, I'm trying to find ways to use the speed that I have to my advantage. And I think one of those ways might be going into some different defensive strategies. As the ball inside is stripped away from Scroggins, he'll be a pass to Hollenbeck in front of Ellery, missed for 3. The length of this Gillette team, though, pays off with a rebound as Gupton reads in 1. He can't get it to go, but the second chance point put in by Fuquay is good. These two, a little bit of a twin towers inside, 6'9" and 6'8" between the two of them. And another rebound picked up by Kibi, who also can add in a little bit of that height advantage. Inside, foul called, goes against the Golden Eagles. And we'll see how it goes. E.J. Scroggins just picked up his third. Daniels will head over to the bench. Golden Eagles want a little bit more rim protection inside and a little bit more length inside to match up. So Abdullah Muhammad will come off of the bench to return. Phoenix Bullock also returns to the bench with E.J. Scroggins picking up his third. 13 minutes and 3 seconds left to go. Jefferson Neary with the first free throw. Actually, both free throws, and is able to, had the and one opportunity. I knew I was trying to figure out something there. Makes the free throw count. Golden Eagles find themselves down by 2. Run right now for the Pronghorns of 7-0. Into the lane. Phoenix Bullock dumps one backside. No good to get it to Abdullah Muhammad. But it stays Golden Eagle basketball. It was deflected out of play by the Pronghorns. So stays L trip ball. Bullock to inbound. Sends it to Ellery. Pedro wants to drive. Goes all the way under the hoop. He'll see Reed coming in on the backside. Reed gets fouled. He'll step to the line for an and one opportunity. Back and forth they go. Jordan Reed able to take the dish on the drive by Ellery. Pedro's got his second assist of the game. Foul ends up being picked up by Caleb Hollenbeck. Third team foul against Gillette. First against Hollenbeck in the game. And Reed knocks home the free throw. So Reed continues to add to his impressive night, especially his impressive second half. 12:36 to go. We've got another whistle. And the official's going to gather things together to talk things over. And that's what they're figuring out. They weren't sure if the basket actually counted or not, and they do count the basket. It's like, well, that wasn't a hard thing to see necessarily. Now you got an offensive foul as a shoulder delivered to Davion Butler by Boona Kibi. He flattens Butler out there onto the court. Sends him almost spread eagle. 48-49. The Golden Eagles up by 1 and now get the inbounds play with 12:31 to go. Ellery will start the action as now full court pressure being applied by the Pronghorns. Good game so far, and it's been that way almost the entire night as Butler will bring this ball forward. Walks it to the left wing. Wants to attack. Muhammad pulls up at the top of the key, gives it back off to Jordan Reed. Jordan step back, pump fake, feeds underneath to Muhammad, who's going to get fouled underneath the basket this time, and that goes against Andrew Fuqua. Second on Fuqua. Inbounds this time from Reed, sent deep. Abdullah reels that in near half court and hands off to Phoenix Bullock. Clock runs to 12 minutes to play as Bullock goes left side. Ellery rising for three, a little bit long. Rebounded on the offensive glass by Muhammad. Loses his grip on it, but feeds it to Bullock. Bullock inside is denied the rim by Kibi, and the ball goes up ahead to Fuqua, who lays that one up and in, and the Pronghorns go back up by 2. Fuqua adds to his tally. He's having an impressive night. 11:30 to go here at Storey Gymnasium. Butler goes loose left. Underhands one to Ellery. Pedro gets cut off by a double team. Feeds it back to Butler. Three-pointer from the left wing. That one drops down. No good. Jefferson Neary gets to the loose ball. It's his 5th rebound of the game. And Gillette looking to try and build this up to a full possession lead. Or even make it a 4-point game if they can drop home a 3. They haven't hit many threes in the second half. In fact, they haven't hit a single 3 in the second half. Kibi drops home a 2 as he's got his 6th point of the game. Butler cuts into the lane. He'll swing it up top to Ellery. Pedro ends up running into a Pronghorn, frees some space, puts up the three that bounces nearly out of bounds, but is saved by Gupton before leaving the court. 52-49, Gillette gets the ball back with another chance to build on the run. They had a 7-0 run earlier that gave them a 49-48 lead. Now they're trying to go on a 6-0 run. If they can get another basket here, possibly 7-0 if it's a three. Pronghorns look backdoor. Hollenbeck hands off to Fuqua. Shot clock winds down as Fuqua has to put up the three earlier than he wanted to and ends up being rebounded by Phoenix Bullock. Bullock will try to attack. Gives it to Reed. Quick release. Reed gets that ball up high. Makes it so tough to get a hand up into his face when he tries to block it, but he can't make the three, and the rebound is scooped up by Keeby, who is approaching double digits. So Golden Eagles will see a timeout taken. We'll take a timeout as well. Back with more after this. You're listening to and watching LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics on LCCC YouTube. Second half action continues along at Storey Gymnasium. Golden Eagles with the basketball out of the timeout break. And they will look to, on defense out of the timeout break. And it'll be Gillette and the Pronghorns work with the ball right side. Shot put up and off the front of the rim, no good. Jordan Reed comes away with the loose ball and brings it down for the Golden Eagles. Immediately attacks, gets himself inside. Ball blocked away, tipped around a couple of times, and eventually picked up back by the Pronghorns. They want to cut right side. Three ball up, and a foul whistled on the three that's going to send a Pronghorn to the line, and that Pronghorn goes by the name of Thomas. Darrell Thomas has at least two free throws coming away. We'll see if it was on a three-point shot. It was, so Bullock's fourth foul, will send Thomas to the line for a big stretch. First one for Thomas is good. Pronghorns build the lead to 4 points. Their biggest lead of the game has been 6 at 7-1 and 9-3. Try and keep that lead stacking up. Second free throw also falls through. One more coming up on this stretch at the line. And the final attempt is good. 3 for 3 on that trip. Butler gets the inbounds play as the Golden Eagles hustle it up on offense, looking to try and strike again. Butler nearly has it tipped into the backcourt, feeds it near side to Ellery, who's able to save it. Finds Reed, that's Reed inside of the lane. Three ball by Justin Daniels, rebounded on the back side of the lane by Fuqua. It'll be up ahead all the way to the hoop and missing the shot. Neary can't make it, but Keeby gets himself another basket. He's got 8 points now in the game as the Gillette Pronghorns lead increases to 8 itself. Golden Eagles struggling with this full court pressure. Three ball left side. Ellery trying to break the drought that the Golden Eagles have found themselves in. It's going to be rebounded by Daniels. Ellery gets another look inside. He's going to get fouled and step to the line. 8 minutes and 47 seconds to go. Ellery, I'm sure, would be loving to try and have the and one opportunity coming his way, but that will not be the case on this one as the Golden Eagles will have to settle for just the free throws. Ellery has yet to take any in this game, misses the front end. shooting 61.1% on the season. Trying to get the Golden Eagles to the 50-cent piece. Knocks home the second one. And the ball will be brought back forward by the Pronghorns. Now they start to deal with some full court pressure. Golden Eagles cut this one back to a 7-point game. Chance to get out onto the run. Scroggins gets underneath the hoop. He's going to have that one blocked away and tipped away. Out of bounds to the Golden Eagles. Stays L-Trip basketball. And Phoenix Bullock gets the chance. Finds Butler on the inbounds play. Clean release. Can't get it to go. Scroggins gets to the offensive board. Misses his first chance. Gets another look. And on the third try again. If at first you don't succeed. And Scroggins gets the Golden Eagles back within 5. Nice bullheadedness inside by EJ. He's got 8 points as well. Neary on the other side goes into the lane. He gets fouled. And Ellery is going to pick up his first foul on that infraction, as that's going to send Neary to the free throw line, where he's 1 of 1. 7 points in the game so far. Neary, a lefty. Eyes, fires, and cannot hit the front end. On the season, 75%. 8:08 left to go in this one. It's been a fun one so far. Plenty of fun remaining. Second free throw does drop through, so Neary gets to 8 points in the game, and the Golden Eagles find themselves down 58-52. Ellery, 3-ball. That one off the rim. Neary's just going to let that one retreat its way into the bleachers on the far side, and the Golden Eagles fail to chip in on that attack. We've hit our under 8. I believe media timeout coming. Oh, excuse me. We do not have the media timeout coming yet. Instead, just an inbounds play, as Neary will take the inbound and walk it up the far side. Butler to Neary. Guarding him tightly. They'll force the pocket pass into the lane. Thomas scoops one up. That's no good. Bullock and the Golden Eagles get out. They want to try and get onto the run. Ellery slows the pace down, though. Didn't like everything he was seeing. Bullock goes into the lane again. Can't get the call. He, on the sidelines, absolutely irate, as head coach Dwayne Salisbury. And Neary able to take it down the court and lay that one in to complete the play. Davion Butler back the other way, takes the point for the Golden Eagles. Gives it to EJ, or excuse me, that's Jordan Reed inside of the lane. Reed gets inside. He's got the foul and the contact, and now the other side is absolutely aghast to the fact that they got called for the foul, as Gupton gets whistled for it. 7:09 left to play. And Reed at the line trying to add one more on 60 to 54, and a chance to make it a 5-point game. And he does knock it home. So the 3-point play is completed. Jordan Reed adds another tally to his impressive second half score. He's got 12 points in just the second half, getting back up onto that average. He's one of those that can find ways to explode after he's had a quiet half. He and Blanche Tuelu do very good work about not letting one half dictate their second half. 3-ball left side, the wall cannot hit it. Rebounded again by Phoenix Bullock, who gets the ball up into the front court for the Golden Eagles. Attacks the lane. He's going to get fouled on the floor, it looks like, is where they'll whistle this one. With 6:36 to go. And we've hit the under 7. So with the under 7, we'll take a media timeout. Back after this break on your home for Golden Eagle Athletics, LCCC YouTube. Heading to the line out of the timeout, Phoenix Bullock will have 1-and-1 free throws as the foul whistled against Caleb Hollenbeck is the 8th team foul in the second half against the Gillette Pronghorns. And Bullock on the front end of the 1-and-1 says easy peasy. He notches that one through. He's got 9 points in the game right now, third leading scorer on the team. Trying to tie himself or break his tie with Ellery, and he does so. Cuts the lead down to a 67-57 game. Golden Eagles definitely making their free throws in this one, as they've only missed 2 in the second half. They've only missed 6 in the game. Near side Neary gives the ball up to Hollenbeck. Kind of gets it back. 6:21 remaining. Zell Tripp trying to keep the Pronghorns outside that three-point line. That's not always the best option, though, as Hollenbeck takes the assist from Neary and buries his second three of the game. 63-57. Gillette, as the men and women looking for a sweep here in Cheyenne, picks up a 6-point lead. Scroggins gets some space, goes into the lane, lays one up. No call either way, as contact was aplenty inside of the lane. Bodies going everywhere. Pronghorns come away with it. They'll go all the way in, and Keeby knocks in the ball as he's going to slip one over the rim. 65-57. I think he was going for the dunk and then just couldn't get up in time. 65-57, though, an 8-point advantage now for the Pronghorns. Largest lead of the game for the Pronghorns, matching 57-49 when it was before. As another foul whistle. This also on the floor. More 1-and-1s coming for the Golden Eagles, as Hollenbeck picks up his third foul all in this half, and Davion Butler will go to the line for 1-and-1 free throws. Good news for the Golden Eagles. These are the final 1-and-1 free throws of the game for the Golden Eagles. They're not close yet. They're only at 5 team fouls on their side of things. Free throw, good by Davion, earns another one. He's 2 for 2 from the line. 77% on the season for Davion Butler. Back-to-back times now they've had that 8-point lead and seen the Golden Eagles slice into it. And Butler slices in a little bit more as he notches in both of his free throws. And the ball goes back over to the Pronghorns with Hollenbeck taking the point. The South Dakota native tries the left side. Gives off to Neary. Gets it back. Pass on the block. Rifled into the paint all the way through to a slicing and dicing Luwal. Luwal comes away with his 10th point of the game. A little underhand pass there for Neary. Gets him another assist. I believe he's got 5 unofficially. Bullock jabs with his right foot. Gives it off to E.J. Scroggins. E.J. into the lane. Has the ball knocked away from him. And Butler gets it back once, gets it back twice, and rises up into a foul as he's going to step to the line again. This time he gets the full 2 free throws after earning it on the offensive board. EJ also picked up another offensive board. He's got 7 rebounds in the game to go with 4 steals, 2 assists, and 8 points. Scroggins has had quite the evening with 4 minutes and 51 seconds to go, and his former teammate and current teammate, Davion Butler, at the line. The two of them came from AZ Compass together. Package deal for the two, and they have paid off in impressive dividends so far. Guard combo that loves to play together. Second free throw also falls through. Butler a clean 6 for 6 in the game as he breaches the double-digit mark. 5 for 5 in the game, not 6 for 6. As the ball goes back to Gillette, 67-61, 6-point lead. Pronghorns on top with 4:38 left to go in the game. Hollenbeck, his 3, no good. Rebound tipped outside to Thomas and back over to the Golden Eagles. It goes. So the Golden Eagles fight for the ball, able to tip it out of bounds off Thomas. We'll watch a quick substitution as off of the court will sub Thomas. Back on in his place it's going to be Gupton. Hollenbeck provides tight defense up top, so the Golden Eagles go deep to Jordan Reed, down by 6. Reed peeks at that clock, gives it back over to Butler. Butler thought about the 3, steps back now from 25, rolls one along the rim that's rebounded by EJ. EJ fights one to the hoop, was overextended, couldn't get it to go, and the rebound pulled down by Jefferson Neary. He goes up ahead, and all the way to the hoop is going to be Gupton again as he forces that one through the rim and puts it back to an 8-point lead, 69-61. Golden Eagles, every time they seem to try and respond, cannot. And now they get a foul call from the officials that is going to cause another one to step to the line, as that's going to be the 4th foul on Eman Lual. They're hard to get some foul trouble are the Pronghorns, but the biggest thing is Reed's at the line for 2 free throws, the Golden Eagles. The lefty gets the front end. How about the second half for Jordan Reed? Perfect from the line, going 5 of 5. Add that to his 9 points. It's a 14-point second half, and this next free throw puts him above his season average. If he can knock this through. And blame that on the broadcaster. Ball bounces into the hands of Gupton for the rebound, and it'll be brought up by the Pronghorns. Hollenbeck on the right wing. Feeds some space. Golden Eagles left him loose for a moment there. They don't take advantage, though, do the Pronghorns. Now they'll get it inside to Fuqua. Right side, 3-ball up, and that's buried. Thomas notches home another, and the lead swells to double digits for the Pronghorns of Gillette as they're starting to really put their stamp on this game. Reed on the near side has the ball roll through, and on the end line, giving the ball back over to the Golden Eagles. Gumpton was found on the ground fighting for the loose ball around Ellery and Scroggins. Golden Eagles will have the inbound coming up with EJ standing on the near sideline in front of his own bench. They'll give this in to Bullock quickly. Phoenix goes back to EJ, spins into the lane, backside pass to Reed, deflected away and picked up by Darrell Thomas for his second steal. Neary directs some traffic as Jefferson Neary fouled on his way to the hoop. That's going to go against EJ Scroggins. And that is 4 on EJ. He becomes the second player on the Golden Eagles sideline with 4 fouls. Only other one is Phoenix Bullock, the Chicago native. Ball inbounded by the Pronghorns with a 10-point lead. Looking to add even more as they'll take a timeout. 3 minutes to go, 3:01 to be specific. Pronghorns chatting things over on their bench as Sean Neary feeling good, but the Golden Eagles not going anywhere. 3:01, they've got an offense that's lit them up for big runs early. Can the Golden Eagles start finding that 3-point rhythm again? We'll see on the other side of this timeout on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. Horn sounds as the Gillette Pronghorns come out of the timeout. Start things off by getting the ball to Hollenbeck. Caleb moves along to Gupton on the right side. They'll end up getting into a double team and leave a 3-point shot open from the top. That's missed, but Keeby gets there for the rebound. He's got a double-double tonight. Gets it out to Jefferson Neary, who drives in the lane. And is going to be fouled to step to the line as Bullock has fouled out of the game with 2:44 to go. As Bullock finishes his night with 9 points, 5 rebounds unofficially. Not a bad night for the freshman out of Chicago, transferred in from DMI prep school down in Florida. And the Golden Eagles will send Justin Daniels back onto the court for Bullock. 72-62. And the first free throw is made by Neary as he earns another one. Neary, 6.6 a game on average, has 11 points. And make it 12 as he's silky from the line to make it 74-62. And now the biggest lead for the Pronghorns as they continue to take advantage of these final 5 minutes. Air ball from Justin Daniels sent into the hands of Keeby. Brought up by Scott Hollenbeck, or Caleb Hollenbeck, I apologize. Hollenbeck's only had 8 points in the game so far, but he's also been swamped and has been doing just what he did there, getting the ball around to a few others. Keeby gets another one. Hollenbeck gets his third assist, and the Golden Eagles find the lead up to 14 for the Gillette Pronghorns, and a steal forced as well by Jefferson Neary. He gets down the court, lays that one up and in, makes it 78-62. Final 2 minutes of this one. Wheels coming off a bit for the Golden Eagles. Reed goes all the way to the hoop, tries to reverse that one, gets extended, and he's going to get fouled. Came down hard, and he's in a little bit of pain on that one as he's helped up by Daniels and Scroggins. So Reed looking for his 18th point tonight as he steps to the line, and he's definitely a little bit ginger. Tell if he's holding his right arm. I think he might have come down on that funny bone on the right arm. Good news is he's a lefty. And he notches home the first free throw like there's nothing to it. 7 of 9 from the line now, trying to go 8 of 10, matches season average on the free throw line. In terms of shooting percentage, 82% on the season on average. Free throw is good. So he makes both, 64-78. Golden Eagles close it back to a 14-point game. Right now, if you're the Golden Eagles, you just want to try and make a little bit of a push here, get some momentum going to Eastern Wyoming on Friday. Gupton gives the ball to Neary, all alone underneath the hoop, and easily getting that one down is Fuqua. No one was near him. He matches his 18th point of the game as well. 80-66 as Davion Butler answers. He runs the court and lays that one up and in to make it 80-66. Ball goes to Hollenbeck. They'll break the press with a float pass over the top. Gupton ends up with it in the right corner. Airballs that one into the hands of Jordan Reed for his 5th rebound. Jordan glides up the court, goes into the lane, Euros his way to the hoop. Blocked away, though. I think Reed was looking for the foul call. Instead, Keeby ends up coming away with the block and the rebound as the Pronghorns, with only a minute and 2 remaining, go back up the court again and lay one through and in. Keeby gets himself another one. I believe that's another Neary assist. If it's not Neary, it was Hollenbeck. 82-66 as Pedro Ellery brings this one up the court. Looks to give to Scroggins. He'll hand off to him on the near side. Scroggins lines up a 3, bounces on a miss into the hands of Daniels, and he'll bank that one up, and a stoppage as Ellery hits the deck hard on the inside as he was battling for that offensive rebound after it slipped away from him over to Daniels. So 88-68, keeping it a 4-point game, 14-point game. Ellery will head over to the bench as he's limping just a little bit on his way over there. Muhammad will sub back onto the court for Laramie County. As El Triple set up to try and play these final minutes hard. Give Ape a 50 spot to the Pronghorns, though. 55 points in the second half to the Pronghorns, and counting if they can get another basket here, but definitely not something that's going to help a coach sleep at night. Trying to drive inside. Lual spins his way into the hoop. He banks one long off of the rim. Rebound bounces outside to Davion Butler. Gets onto the run. Heaves up a 3. Won't get it to go. And Neary closes out this one with the rebound. Crosses the timeline for the final 7 seconds. And the Gillette Pronghorns come in to Cheyenne and take down the Golden Eagles 82-68. That'll wrap things up for us here. Thanks again for tuning in. We'll have post-game interviews coming your way from these 2 games for the Golden Eagle men and women, as well as information on the games coming up in Torrington, all going to be coming your way on LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. So go to golccc.com for more there. We'll have final recaps final stats, and more, all coming up on the site. Thanks again for tuning in, though. Until next time, this has been Golden Eagle Athletics on LCCC YouTube.